Welcome to the future of search. Today we are going to talk about how search engines have evolved over a period of time and what lies future for search engines. So I think the first search engine that we had was Yahoo, and it was a simple Yahoo directory which was created by Jerry Yang. It was a curated list of websites that were put up, and these were again not indexed in any order. Then I think came up web crawler, which was created by Brian Pinkerton. And what he did was he started indexing websites on a real-time basis through software. At that time, there were only 25 websites that he indexed and showed the search results. So you could type in a search query and get the search results from those 25 websites. Web crawler was later on sold to AOL, and they used it to actually power their search product, which was Excite. Uh, Somewhere during that same time, I think in 1994, we had Lycus, which was another search engine. And by 1997, it had around 60 million index pages. By 1999, it was the most visited website on the internet. There was also InfoSeek in 1995, which was the de facto search engine for Netscape, and we had Alta Vista later on in 1995 also. So Alta Vista actually brought out the search revolution. Uh, what it did was it allowed understand or it understood natural language. It actually allowed webmasters to submit search results, to index the search results, and remove the pages from the Alta Vista search engine directory. Right? In 1998, we had the mother of all search engines, which is Google. Started as a research project by Larry Page and Sergey Brin in Stanford. And at that time, they used 40 GB machines to actually index the web. So if you type in Google in 1998, you will actually find out the kind of search results that Google threw up. Okay? So when it comes to the innovation for Google, I think they started off with the page rank algorithm, which is even relevant today. So the page rank algorithm actually gives a vote of confidence from one link to another link on some other page uh, or some other website, right? That is relevant even today, but in today's time, Google has moved over to such an extent that it throws out 500 updates, around 500 updates on a yearly basis to its algorithm. It also has more than 200 factors for ranking search results. So in what Google actually did apart from powering search was also to monetize search. And with its AdWords program, they started to throw out search ads to the right and to the top of search results. Somewhere in 2003 also they started Google AdSense, which was their project focused to get more display ads from publishers. By 2005, Google AdWords had contributed to around 15% of Google's revenues. By 2007, AdWords contributed to around 34% of Google's revenues. So Google was making a lot of money through Google AdWords. That's when they decided to actually go out and buy DoubleClick, which helped them enter into the display advertising space, right? As you can see, Google's revenues have been growing over a period of time, and the market share has been growing across countries. This is US in 2015, in 2009 and 2015. Uh, Again, you can see that Google is the most dominant player in India, Brazil, and Australia, with over 5 billion searches that are happening on a day-to-day basis. Right? So Google is definitely at the hotbed of innovation when it comes to search technology. But apart from search, what's evolved over a period of time is the power of computing. And it's evolved to such an extent that the power of computing is now within your hands, within the mobile uh, device that you operate. So this was actually powered by the iPhone from Apple. And later on, Google also introduced its free-for-all operating system, which was the Android. What Google has also been dabbling is with driverless cars, or with Google Glass, which is its product that can actually search real-time experiences and give results on a real-time basis. Right. So with the Android being prominent, and uh, Android having 500 more than 500 million installs way back in 2012, it's kind of dominating the entire mobile landscape. Apart from computing, search has also evolved. So there are three things which we are going to talk about. So the first evolution in terms of search technology has been the freshness update, or the current update, which so more than 30% or 33% of the all the search queries that are there on a daily basis are related to current events and news. So to make sure that Google delivers relevant results, it has released this caffeine update, which will index content on a much more regular basis and serve fresh results. The second thing that Google has done, or most search engine has done, is the ability to process natural language and the ability to actually answer questions. So questions such as how tall is Deepika, or if you just type in Katrina Kaif, or if you type in Flipkart, you will see that Google throws out relevant results related to these different entities. Right? One dream which I think Google has was when Amit Singhal spoke at Google I/O, is that he would not want people to actually type in a search query. He would want people to talk to their mobile devices and get answers on a real-time basis. Right? So that's happening by the third evolution in search, which is again focusing on structured data. This has been in existence since the 90s, but again Google has brought focus to the usage of structured data in today's time. So three things. First is recent news appearing in search results. The second is ability to process natural language. And thirdly is use structured data when it comes to news. To take a look at what's going to happen in the future when it comes to search, the quote from Larry where he says, in the future you would not need a search query. Information would actually come to you just when you need it. Right? So there are two aspects to this statement from Larry. The first is personalization, and the second is context, which means that in the future search engines would actually intercept explicit queries and mix them up with implicit aspects. For example, if you're sitting at a particular location, Google would then detect your location and deliver local results which would be relevant to you and relevant to the location in which you're operating. Right? So for example, this update uh, of Google on my phone, which talks about my interest in cricket. There are other such updates. So if you are booked a flight, or if you are traveling somewhere, Google can understand what lies ahead and give you the relevant alert. Right? Same is the case with Apple Siri. So there are 5 takeaways which I would want to give out for search marketers. The first one is use structured snippets when it comes to describing data on your websites or web pages. The second is to actually get into your Google Analytics reports or your behavior and interest reports in Google Analytics and understand the behavior or understand the interest of your users and create content based on their interest. So and thirdly, you need to index your apps. So if you have a mobile app, make sure that you're using the Android API or the iOS SDK to get it indexed, which means that you are able to actually serve results from within your mobile app on mobile searches. Fourth is we need to make sure that we are generating content for mobile sites and for desktop sites and for the other devices that exist in today's world. So we are generating different content for different devices. One example would be ClearTrip, who actually created the first app in India for the Apple Watch. So you have to customize content that gets thrown out to these different devices. Make sure that your design is responsive. Make sure that you're creating mobile specific content, and make sure that the content that you create has a local flavor to it. And lastly, make sure that whatever content you create is optimized for voice search. By optimizing content for voice search, uh, we need to understand the intent of search queries, understand what our target audiences are looking out for, and then create relevant content for the target audiences. One example would be how to play the guitar, and the website that shows up is the Tropical MBA, which gives out different steps for learning the guitar. So try to anticipate questions from your users and then create relevant content. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the webinar. If you have any questions, do feel to reach out through Digital Vidya or to myself at mandar@briefcase.com. Thank you so much.